Hi, boys and girls. Well, we've been learning about a lot of different text structures that authors use to organize their ideas when they're writing, so we as the reader can understand the topic or topics better. Did you also know that authors use many text features? They add things into their article and passage to help us better understand, or it supports the main topic or the main idea of the text. I want to show you an example. I have this Texas history book, and there's a couple of pages, and it says Houston and Vancouver. Maybe you'll recognize the text structure, but what I want you to also notice are these text features. So you can see that there's two maps. So look at the article, Houston and Vancouver. Looks like there's two topics. That might be why there's two maps. Let's read the first paragraph and find out together. At the same time that a large cargo ship pulls into the port of Houston today, an ocean liner will dock at the port of Vancouver in Canada. The booming cities of Houston and Vancouver are located in two different countries. However, they have much in common. So I see that they're talking about one thing that these two cities have in common are that they both have large ports. Here you see Houston, and you can see that there's a waterway that connects to the Gulf of Mexico. And on the map of Vancouver, same thing, there are waterways that lead to a larger water port. And there's another map that shows where these are located in North America. So Vancouver is located on the Pacific coast, and Houston very near the Gulf of Mexico. So these text features help me understand how these two cities on the same continent but very far apart are similar. These text features support my understanding of how these two cities use waterways to transport goods to other countries, and they also receive goods from other countries. The way the author used not only the maps, 3 maps, but they also show me a photograph, and I can see the ship channel, and then I can also see that there are some barges or some ocean-going ships in this ship channel that are docked. Boys and girls, authors often use many different kinds of text features when they're explaining or picturing or telling about a topic. I'm going to show you another article. We won't read the whole article, but I want you to have a look at this. It's called The Chocolate Belt. And you can see that there is a map. It's actually a globe, but it's pictured on a large belly. And it's like a belt, but it's a belt of dripping chocolate. Why would an author do that? They have a key, a compass rose that looks like a cookie. Let's read the first paragraph and see how these text features support the topic of the article. Where in the world does chocolate come from? So it's asking me a question, or it's stating a question. Take a look at this map and you'll see the chocolate belt. It circles the globe between 20 degrees north and 20 degrees south of the equator. Nice and warm. This is where cacao trees grow. The beans that grow on a cacao tree are the main ingredient in chocolate. Oh, okay. So this chocolate belt that looks like dripping chocolate on this globe, these are actually the places where the cacao tree grow. So I have a visual support to help me understand the location of what is called the chocolate belt. It's not really a belt made of chocolate, but it's the places where chocolate can grow. Paragraph 2 says the cacao beans are shipped outside this world, or outside this world. Cacao beans are shipped outside this chocolate belt to companies all over the world. They buy the beans to make their chocolates. Well, that's very interesting because we just read in a different article, Houston and Vancouver, about how ship channels in Vancouver and Houston provide different goods to ports all over the world. And that's how we get many of the items that we use. So that text feature definitely supports the main idea of the article, which is the chocolate belt and where do cacao beans grow. I'm going to show you another article, Firefighting Through the Ages. So I understand that through the ages probably means through time. It tells me it's an ancient problem and there was fire in the colonies. It also shows me a timeline of the technology. I'm wondering, how does the timeline of technology support this article? Well, it starts in 2000 BC and it says the ancient Egyptians used hand-operated pumps. Tells me in 200 BC, a Greek inventor created a new basic hand pump. And it goes all the way into the early 1900s when gas-powered fire trucks with pumps helped firefighters save more lives. Tells me another date that steam-driven fire pumps pulled by horses were widely used in the United States. So those are very close together. Actually, the horse-powered one and then the steam-powered. So it tells me through history, shows me a timeline with different dates. And this supports the main idea of the article that firefighters that there's been firefighting through the ages, beginning with ancient problems to colonies to new technologies in a new nation, talking about the United States. It also has a feature about fun facts and tells us how Dalmatians were used to wake the horses when there was a fire, because the first fire trucks weren't trucks at all. They were horses that were pulling water. Boys and girls, you'll see all kinds of text features that help support the main idea when you're reading fiction and nonfiction books. Look at all the features on the page and notice, how does this help support my understanding of the article as a reader?